But I know that come fight night, it's going to be the old Mike Tyson.
Oh, it's going to be an old Mike Tyson, all right. In today's video, we will be breaking down Jake Paul's satanic tattoos and their hidden meanings. Frankly, it's terrifying stuff, but not nearly as terrifying as his hair loss. Look at this. Good God, a truly horrifying sight. To get the full picture, we'll need to use the most advanced video technology available to mankind. Zoom in on that. Pause. Right there. Do you see the devastation, the annihilation of his hairline? No? Well, maybe we need to break out the hand of truth. Look at this. Look at this. You can see that the hairs are originating back here. This is all scalp, and it's covered up with the infamous broccoli cut comb forward. But now that he's laying on this bench, you can see just how far back these hairs actually start. Now listen, his comb forward worked for a while, but the gig is up. The gig is up. It's time to shave your head, Jake Paul. You're not fooling anybody anymore. Let's study some other angles to truly understand how bad the situation is.
It's just completely different. Now I'm just on a path to world champion, you know.
Let's just for a moment ignore the fact that he said he's on the path to world champion and stay on topic. Look at this. You see, when you're balding and you're trying to cover it up with a comb forward, you never want that hair to get wet because it clumps together and it shows how barren the situation is underneath. And he's working out here and he's sweaty, and these hairs, these broccoli hairs, are clumping together, and we're seeing the gaps underneath. This forehead is going up to here. Now, it's not as bad as KSI's forehead. Okay, frankly, nobody's forehead is that bad, but it's time to shave his head. It's time. Let's look at another angle. Let's back it up. Look at that. Look at that. Look up here. Look up here. There are no hair follicles under these strands that have been combed forward. It's going back up to here. Jake, let it go. Let it go. A shaved head would be more intimidating for your boxing career. Now let's have a look at those disgusting, satanic tattoos. Now here we have a rare close-up of Jake Paul with his shirt off, giving us a good look at these ungodly tattoos. Now, if you're new here, let me get you up to speed really quick. Jake Paul is only famous because he's in bed with the Illuminati. He has no talents, and yet he is world famous. Now, in 2024, it should be no secret that there's a dark underbelly of the entertainment industry. And it might all seem like some crazy conspiracy theory until you examine these tattoos. And then you believe my hypothesis that he is only famous for sucking off the lizard people's reptilian cocks. And I mean that literally. If you think that's far-fetched, explain to me why in this very vlog we are shown Jake Paul training to give a better blowjob. Look at this.
And that's more so what I'm focused on. So it's definitely not as
right there. What is that? What is this exercise? Look at this again.
Definitely not as exciting, and there's not.
Wow, wow. Wow, look at this. Training to have a better suck. Look at that head bobbing action. Check this out again.
Focus on, so it's definitely not as exciting.
Look at that. Look at that. Disgusting. Disgusting. Let me tell you, the lizard people don't enjoy a weak blowjob. They need power, and he's training for it. Now you might say, Sewer King, you're crazy. He's training his neck to be stronger, to withstand a knockout. Yeah, you keep believing that, you sweet summer child. But then tell me, what's he doing in this next shot?
Just sparring 300-pound guys.
What's that? What's that? Explain that to me. Explain to me why he has these right here, simulating a ball sack, and his hands are wrapped around it. Why does he have to simulate testicles while doing a neck exercise? I'll tell you why. He's practicing the cupping of the balls. Watch this again.
Just sparring 300-pound guys back to back.
Did you see that? Sucking and a cupping. Cupping and a sucking. Watch this.
Just sparring 300-pound guys back to back.
Listen. Humans and lizard people could not be more different. We could not be more different. But what connects us is enjoying having our balls cupped during fellation. That's what unites us. That's what unites our species. But that's the only thing. For the lizard people are evil, and humans are not. But they tempt us with fame and fortune, and a select few go for it. One of those few is Jake Paul, and the proof is tattooed all over his body. Let's have a look. Oh, I should quickly mention that this is his training vlog for the upcoming Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. Now, Jake Paul has youth on his side, and let's face it, the fight is probably fixed. But man, this guy, he just cannot hire the right trainers. Look at these goofballs. Check this out. Did you see that? Did you see that? So Jake is in the front, his trainer's behind him. Watch carefully. With all his money, this is the best Jake Paul could afford. If you missed it, let me point it out with the hand of truth. Watch this. Check this out. Keep your eyes on the feet of the trainer. Watch. Look at that. Look at that. He couldn't get 2 steps in without tripping on the ladder. He couldn't get 2 steps in without tripping on the ladder. Watch that again. Oh my God, what a klutz. What a klutz. No wonder you have to fix your fights, Jake Paul. Hire better trainers. Hire me. Hire me. Have you seen the hands on me? You haven't, because they're too fast. Besides, your money's no good in the sewer. You goddamn lizard sympathizing Satanist. I've broken down the tattoo that is right here at the top of his chest in a previous video. But this might be your first time in the sewer. So I'll break this down for you, and it'll be a refresher for the other rats in the sewer. But to get a good look, we're going to need to use the most advanced video technology available to mankind. Zoom in on that. Pause right there. We start with the all-seeing eye of the Illuminati, with these serpentine appendages coming out of it, lizard-like. But the symbolism doesn't end there. No, I wish it did. But this gets graphic. As I said to you before, and you probably didn't believe me, that Jake Paul, Logan Paul, KSI, all of them, they sucked the lizard cocks of the lizard people in power. And the proof of that is etched into his skin. What is this? If not a cack? Look at this. And it's coming right out of the all-seeing eye of the Illuminati. It's a cock with a mushroom tip. It's a circumcised lizard cack. And it's going up right to his mouth. Could it be any more obvious? If you can't see the symbolism here, there's no hope for you. You're legally retarded. He is sucking off the Illuminati dong. And if you think that is far-fetched, explain to me in the comments. Explain to me in the comments what else this could possibly mean. Now again, this is the tattoo I've covered before, but there are several others that we did not get a close look at before that we do now. Let's break those down. All right, this one is a little bit hard to see, so we're gonna have to zoom in. Pause right there. What do we have here? We have a 5-pointed star. You know what else is a 5-pointed star? A pentagram. Now that would be 2 on the nose to tattoo right on your face. Listen, these evil bastards believe in hiding in plain sight. But you can't goddamn tattoo an entire pentagram on your nose. All right? There has to be a question of doubt so that when someone like me points it out, people can say, you're crazy. That's just a 5-pointed star. Sure it is. And that's not a lizard dick on his neck, right? I'm going to show you a couple more tattoos, and then I'm going to show you the scariest tattoo. Frankly, it's frightening. You will have chills. You will have chills when I expose this one. But let's build up to that. Okay, right there on his lower abdomen on the left side, we have a goat with antlers. What is this if not Baphomet? Did I murder the pronunciation? Probably. That's not the point. He has the satanic goat tattooed on his body? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. You might say, oh, that's not a goat. That's a ram. That's a this. That's a monkey. Listen, dumbass, we just went over this. He can't literally have Baphomet tattooed on himself. They like mocking us. They like putting it out there. Just enough. So that they're rubbing it in your face, but it's not perfectly obvious. They love doing that to us. Because they're sick. They're sick. So we had the Illuminati, we have the pentagram, we have Baphomet. What else do we have? Up on his shoulder. So right here, this is a globe. This is our wonderful Earth. Okay? Now, number one, there's a snake wrapping around it. Okay? Now, obviously, snakes, serpents, all very satanic. Now, there's a key. There's a key lock in the middle of the globe, in the middle of our home, planet Earth. Do they have the key to unlock the world and release the demons buried in the center? What are they unlocking? What are they unlocking? What is their diabolical plan? Now, this globe, if you didn't notice, is in the mouth of a dinosaur skull.
Glamour around it anymore, and it's
Okay, that's a better angle. Hang on. Look down here. This is a dinosaur skull. Not even a dinosaur skull. You can see by the nostril holes. This is a fossil, right? What is that symbolic of? Well, Satan created dinosaur fossils to fool humans into thinking that there was evolution, right? So this is more evidence of Satan on his body. It's saying Satan will consume the earth. The dinosaur fossil is symbolic of Satan because Satan created dinosaur fossils to fool humans. This is truly terrifying stuff, but not nearly as terrifying as this last tattoo that I'm going to show you. Are you ready for this? I don't think you are. I don't think you are. So here's Jake in the tanning bed. And this gives us a rare glimpse of these tattoos over his ribs that I'm sure no one has ever broken down before. But I will do it because I am the last real journalist, in addition to being the straightest man alive. Look at this. Zoom in on that. Pause! Right there. I want you to ignore everything but this line. What does that say? Human 656. Human 656. Gosh, that's awfully close to 666, the number of the beast. And it proves that he is a human. He is a human who is in bed with the satanic lizard people. So he has been branded that you are human, but you now belong to our satanic cult. Now 656, what does that mean? It's not 666, because 666 is the number of the beast. Now, even though Jake Paul fell for Satan's promises of fame and fortune, he's not the Antichrist. He's not the beast. So he's the 656th human who has sold his soul. I would imagine Logan Paul would be 655 or 657. Who's 666? Is it Mr. Beast? Jake Paul and Logan Paul got famous before Mr. Beast. Their number would be lower. Is human 666 Mr. Beast? We don't know. We don't know. But I have a feeling we're going to find out real soon. If all of this hasn't scared you out of your mind yet, if this entire time you've been thinking, man, this Suarkin guy, he's a real kook, well, you might want to look at this. Now watch as Jake Paul sits up from the tanning bed.
Well, I don't know, actually. Tyron Woodley in the second fight was...
Is that not terrifying? Is this not utterly satanic? Do you think this is all an accident? Do you think this is an accident? Look at the eyes, look at the red. And this, I'll remind you, was when he revealed his tattoo of human 656. But I'm sure it's all a coincidence. I'm sure it's all just a coincidence, right? Yeah. Now, for those of you who saw last week's video, where I praised Jake Paul for calling out the woke and recommending that his audience vote for a certain somebody who ended up winning, I gave Jake Paul a lot of credit in that video. I said he is finally fighting back against the lizard people. So how do we explain this? How do we understand what's going on here? It could be that he sold his soul as a young man, falling for the promises of fame. And then after having everything the world could offer, he realized it was all a sham. And he pushed back and told people to vote for good. That's possible. That's possible. Or was he controlled opposition last week? Is he trying to lull us into a sense of thinking he's one of the good guys to set us up for Human 666? I don't know these answers. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But if you haven't seen last week's video, maybe you could have a look and try to figure this out for yourself. You can watch it right here. Go ahead and click on that thumbnail.